Hello Internet, hello YouTube. This is Nate. You can also call me Nathan, but please never call me Nathaniel. And we're doing Monster Train recordings. Yeah, welcome. We did this morning. It's July 17th. We did the Friday Try-Day, which means I normally don't do any Monster Train gameplay, but timing was kind of unfortunate that the DLC came out right before I do my Friday Try-Day, and so I really wanted to take the chance now to experience some of the new content. Now, all this is not going to be new to me. If you've been watching my other videos, I already got into the DLC patch, doing some expert challenges, doing some community challenges, and so on. So as I said, not new. But yeah, I missed out on doing a stream this morning, getting into the new patch, so I'm going to do so now as a recording. And we're going to start with some community challenges. We already did the daily challenge yesterday, and I think it's still, yeah, still the same one. Hey, we're in 5th place now. Some people beat us out. I mean, we had a pretty good run. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. Now, we did it pre-patch. I don't know whether they did it post-patch, but pre-patch I think we did really well. I still think we will likely stay in the top 10 given how the run went, unless like the post-patch just completely changed everything. But we're not going to do the daily challenge. We're going to go into the current top featured community challenge. This is one of my new favorite things. For sure in the future I will be creating some myself, seeing if we can get something featured, or at least something very popular. Let's start with, yeah, that's featured by the devs. Let's see how it goes. What do we have here? We have Hellhorned and Umbra. Okay. Pretty high scores here. Probably why it's so popular. You have Hive Mind, so friendly units are subject to all subtypes. That could be useful for certain artifacts which benefit specific types of units. I don't know with Hellhorn and Umbra whether that's so relevant. Demon, actually. If we get the artifact which gets demons to do multi-strike, that means that even the champions will get that benefit. Imps, maybe as well. I don't know if there's any imp archetypes. Umbra, there's not. So maybe not great, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. Buying power. Merchants provide a card duplication service. Okay, that might also become relevant. And all units start with 1 pip space. So anything like Shadow Siege, as long as we have the Ember cost, we can play it, or just a whole bunch of really strong demons. So that looks really good. Mostly positive buffs. Okay, we start with some stack ability with Ascend. Not so great on the earlier fights where we want to finish on the bottom floor, but will be very useful for the later fights. And yeah, March of Shields is always good. Even better if you can upgrade it. We can fit a whole lot of train stewards on the first floor. That seems really good. In fact, we can fit all the train stewards on the first floor with our Hornbreaker Prince. Perils of Production means that, oh hey, and it's buffed. Gain 3 now instead of gain 2. This means we can play some more expensive units. All in all, oh my gosh, demons get multi-strike 1. So that's affecting everybody, including your champion. Which means that going something like Reaper from the very start seems fantastic. I can see why some people are getting fantastic scores very early on. Yeah, for sure we take the trial here. Even the train stewards get to take advantage of the multi-strike. This should kill the front unit. This kills the back unit. You block some damage. And when I mean kills the back unit, I mean after I torch it. Okay, we're good. Probably would have been better to put 2 train stewards in front, but hey, that's what we have March of Shields for. Let's yeet you up to get killed by the pyre. Let's toss you to the front. And now we're getting double kill with the Hornbreaker Prince. Seems really good. Let's, sure, grab a Rubble Morsel for some extra Ember. And, you know, just getting this extra rage might not be bad, but you know what, we'll skip it. It's fine. Now, definitely think getting that extra rage makes a lot of sense. Either of these any good? We can get a rebel morsel, it's fine. Just get you out of the deck. And I think there's basically no chance that we die here. If we were really nervous, we could always just yeet this guy up, put another train steward out, but yeah, very good first fight. Went as about as well as you could ask. Ritual of Battle is really good with Seraph the Temperate. Don't know if it's needed. And I kind of like the idea of holding off on it for now. Although it's really great with all the multi-strike we're getting, and it has been buffed. So yeah, let's take it. Let's take it. Kindle's really great as a way to just generate a whole bunch of Ember. That also seems good. Demon Fiend, for sure, the best out of that bunch. Being 1 pep space, and then having the multi-strike. Yeah, only positives here. And we have so many opportunities to be able to play Demon Fiend. We have 2 Perils of Production, we have a Kindle. We can either try to guarantee that. I think it might be better to just go for another Hellhorn unit, like Consumer of Crowns, and then an upgrade. Does Large Stone give you 2 space? It does. However, it's so good. It's so good on Demon Fiend. I think we do it. Then we can duplicate later. But for now, I think we are absolutely fine. We're going to have no issues on this second fight here. Yeah, it's fine. Ideally, we get Demon Fiend. At the same turn, we get 1 of our Ember generators. We did, actually. That works out really well. So then we can Peril of Production, toss out a Demon Fiend, give it some armor, and basically this means that we won. There's no amount of spikes and damage is going to burn through this Demon Fiend here. Let's toss out. Let's see, how can we want to do this? We can increase Ember cost. Put you guys out here. You can even toss you up just to save some damage. How did you all of a sudden become free? Am I missing something? What just happened here? Why are you free? Subtypes. Okay. Merchants provide duplicate. Okay, someone who's watching this, explain to me how consumer... Because they're all considered imps! I get it. That's hilarious. So as long as you have units out, they're considered as imps. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's absolutely hilarious to me. All right. Yeah, we're good here. Champion's gonna die real quick, but then he's dead. I don't think we need any of this. Yeah. And we don't need any of this. We are set. We have the units we need. We just need to duplicate them now. Once we get down 3 units, we can play out the rest. So here, since we will have... Honestly, I almost think we just take the coins and duplicate as we are. This is still like a 200 damage unit. Ideally, we get quick on him later on. Let's go Umbra. We don't really need it. We have enough damage to win. So we already have, with one Demon Fiend out and our champion, that's -6 cost. That makes it a 4 cost. Then we just keep our train stewards exactly for the purpose of... in fact, this makes it even easier. So we can Kindle, play out the train steward. This makes a... You know what? Let's see if this works. Let's toss you out as well. That gives us a 1 cost Consumer of Crowns. Seems really good. Absolutely fine here. Perils of Production. This is incredibly timely. We can play out the Demon Fiend. He's got the most health. We can play out the other Train Steward up here to make this free. And then I think we just, you know what? I'm gonna retry this one. I think we can get a very early kill onto Daedalus. I'm almost thinking a turn 2 kill. You've already submitted this challenge. That's because I'm not doing a daily. I'm doing a community challenge. I'm gonna go all in here, and that means going for the turn 2 kill. We have 200, 400, 500. No, more than 500. We have enough damage, is what I'm trying to say here. The real question is, can we get through all the stuff? You know, we don't have to. We can do this. Put you here. We made a little bit of a mistake there, but it's fine. We get out this morsel, and we put you up here. And what we're going to do now is we get this Perils of Production, Demon Fiend, 200. Okay, we made a mistake again. We'll do it one last time. I think you guys know the mistake. We put the Train Steward on the wrong floor. Community challenges. Last attempt, and then we continue. I think. Let's see. What's the max we can do here? We get another multi-strike, and then we get quick. Okay, so play it as we were. Kindle Gem now, or Kindle now. Put you here. Get you out for the extra Ember next turn. Get you out here. And now all we need to do is Perils of Production. Get out our Demon Fiend. Get out our Consumer of Crowns. That is 400, 500 damage. That's a 2-turn kill onto Daedalus. Okay. So sorry, I had to retry there, but the moment I saw that, I was like, we gotta go for it. None of this is necessary. Oh my, Shadow Siege. He's tough to afford. How do we consistently play him out? I mean, these guys are cake. We can always play them out. We will try it. At worst, he is a dead weight in our deck. But the payoff potential here is out of this world. Now the question is, do we upgrade units or do we take the coins and artifact? If we got sketches, like this is already taking an already insane deck to just... You can't describe the level of insanity here. Alternatively, we can get rid of basically every other card in our deck. We need Kindle, we need Ascend, we need our Ember generators. Everything else is just nonsense. We don't need another Hellhorn unit, but we will take the coins. And now, what are we getting rid of? I think we get rid of the torches. The reason we keep the Shade Splitters is because they create units that can be used. Yeah, and we have to be able to play him though. This is 300, this is an extra 200. I think it's okay if we upgrade the Consumer of Crowns. ×3 is already insane. And making it quick. I think that's absolutely acceptable here. We go for even more Reaper. And yeah, the difficulty is going to be playing. We have to draw an Ember generator in the same turn that we draw. Okay, so we can get Consumer of Crowns. No, we can't. But he's enough to kill both of them because he's doing 50 damage. So we honestly just do this, and that's it. Yeah, we can play you up here to make your next Consumer of Crowns even easier to get. Now we play you. We play another one. We get you out here, and yeah, we just want extra Ember. This is absolutely fine here. No, you won't die, so we're gonna play you up now. And yeah, this is great. We have a pretty good chance of getting Perils of Production with one of the units, and we get extra Ember. That also helps out a lot. It means at least we can play the Demon Fiend. We can already play the Consumer of Crowns. We cannot play the Shadow Siege. We block here, and the boss won't know what hit him. All right. We can even buff this guy up even more. Really just make them feel sad, and then we just punch him in the mouth. So that's more or less how we want these first fights to go. And we're only going to take something if it will enable us to get more Ember. It's all about being able to play the Shadow Siege at this point, and then it just kind of plays itself. Removal's good. Going for artifacts is good. I would like to remove to make it even more likely that we draw what we need when we need it. We need the Ascends specifically to get early kills on flying bosses. Train Steward over... No, we would rather get rid of Shade Splitters. March of Shields has some use. What do we get here? Another quick is fantastic on this Shadow Siege. How much can we fit right now? Getting a second Shadow Siege is improbable, but getting another one of these, we can fit 1, 2, 3, 4... 300. It's about half. Well, not quite half the damage. It's. I think this is okay. We do it like this. We can probably scrap the Demon Fiend, and we can scrap eventually the train. Well, the Train Stewards are just there to enable us to play the Consumer of Crowns. This is fine. Yeah, so if you ever needed to be able to get the requisite coins, this is the time. You're the quick one, so we're totally fine here. We play the Hornbreaker Prince. We play double Train Stewards. We split them apart to be able to take out any of the any of the collectors that are going to inevitably show up. We have another multi-striker. We have this one in front. Since you're taking damage, we might as well put you to the front here. And that seems fine. Gives you some damage shield. We can actually play Shadow Siege. And then we will put you in the front because you're doing... you have the most health, is what I'm trying to say here. We're good. And then we just end turn. We can even, if we want, we can just buff you up. Probably better to buff the ×3 multiplier there and put you here. And yeah, just continue to stack. And you don't even get to hit. That's the unfortunate thing for you. That's what we're hoping for with Fel. Spells getting an extra slot is actually better for the coins. We're not going to be able to upgrade spells enough to justify that. And again, we're only looking for opportunities to gain Ember, and everything else is just a waste for us. Here I think it is a good time to Ooh, permafrost on Kindle is really good. So this will guarantee us that we can play out eventually the Shadow Siege. And now we kind of want to save coins. I think we have the damage numbers to get early kills. So we put Shadow Siege in the back because his per hit is higher than the Shadow Siege. Okay, so how are we going to play this? I think we play the top. Put you down here. And we get rid of this penance. We are going to get one garbage spell in our deck. But I think that's just the cost that we have to do here. We put down one consumer of crowns, which makes the other one free. Yeah, so we put you, put the quick up front here. We have enough Ember to move you up. And that's a good 600 damage. Now that part's not so great. Okay, so we got to think about doing this differently. Because we need to be able to... we need to be able to kill through all the units in order to prevent damage to our pyre. Because damage to our pyre will do a lot more bad than we can overcome with the early kill. You're doing 50. This will increase it by 16. That's not enough. Putting you behind him, however... You die. You take too much damage. So putting you in front doesn't work. Putting you behind doesn't work. So then we put you in this floor in order to make sure that we can kill off at least 2 of them. And then the question is, if we want, we can absolutely make sure that we're killing these guys to prevent the extra garbage in our deck. Because we're going to get 3. So I think we put you down here. Then we get you down. We get another you down. You're taking 1 damage. We get rid of this. You know what? You by yourself is enough. Let's actually move you up here into the back. Get another 350 damage. Or another some damage. Okay, so then we put you here. We have enough to play out everything. It's another 400 damage. So we put this on you. We increase. We put out the Shadow Siege behind. We get another 600. And this might be the most we can manage right now. And then we're just hoping he goes to the middle floor, or that we get an yeah, we got hidden passage. So okay, that's enough. Could have maybe played that to get an earlier kill, but it would have been tough. That at least gets us the 3-turn kill, which is pretty good. One Horn's Tome is unfortunately not playable right now. And I honestly don't even know how necessary it is at this point. I think we end up getting rid of the Demon Fiend. He's kind of clogging up the deck. I keep the Train Steward specifically to get the Consumer of Crowns to be cheaper. One Horn's Tome. It does add... It's just, I don't think we're going to need it. I think it's going to be more important now. I still think it's draw. Still think it's draw. We want to get our enablers. If we got a Perils of Production plus a Kindle plus Shadow Siege, we can play anything else with it. So given that, I think we still want spell upgrades. We want to get rid of this Demon Fiend, even though we did upgrade him earlier. He's now fairly worthless. We can get rid of, honestly, this Ritual of Battle isn't that great. And what can we do with spells here? Removing Consume from Kindle is not actually that great. We could duplicate it. I don't think we need to. I think we're okay. What I would take is like another Frostbite or Frost Freeze and Permafrost, sorry. Another Permafrost or a Holdover on the Perils of Production and then duplicate it. But I think we're okay here. Let's just keep going Reaper. Now he is essentially a consumer of crowns without upgrades. Yeah, this is absolutely fine. Just need some Ember Enabler. We got one. We got a couple different ones. So then we put you here. And we can actually do double Shade Splitter. Yeah, double Shade Splitter here. Lets us play both Consumer of Crowns. And we'll put the triple one up front. And this is absolutely fine. Yeah, this is like the perfect setup. So we got another Consumer of Crowns. We can use Perils of Production on you. Duplicate that. Get the Shadow Siege out here. And yeah. I think we're in a good spot. And that's how you do it, right? Pretty easy. Use one guy. And now we're just saving money. Saving money. I think we are gonna be set here. The question is, how early of a kill on Seraph can we get? And I think we are going again for coins. We want to remove, at this point, the Shade Splitters. Because Train Stewards are okay, and they once you use them, they're gone. There's basically nothing that we would take at this point, except maybe a Permafrost on a Perils of Production. 95 coins, 95 points. If we're off by 95 points, so be it. I think it's worth it to go for the... so we're going for early kill. We'll set up probably the top floor, because he'll set up already on the top floor. We definitely have the Ember we need now. And we can use the Kindle. So Hornbreaker Prince puts them down to 7. Kindle doubles that. We have to play 1 Perils of Production. But that means that we can't play... do we get both Consumer of Crowns out? Even if it means we can't... you know what we can do? This is... we can't do that. I lied. We can do... Okay, so we get the Hornbreaker Prince. That's going to happen no matter what. I think we got to use 1 Peril of Production. It's unfortunate, but it's inevitable. Then we double. This allows us to play the first Consumer of Crowns and then the second Consumer of Crowns. And that gets us 500 damage, which is a good start here. Then we are a bit sad that we can't play the other Shadow Siege. We get rid of a Train Steward to get it out of the deck. And then we're gonna draw most of our hand back. And this is our last Ember Drain. We get double Ember Drain on you. To get out the Shadow Siege, that adds 400 damage. And unfortunately, we can't get the instant kill. But if we play these two cards out, we are guaranteed to redraw and get the... Yeah, that's right. So we then buff you, hidden passage, and you're dead. So it's not as early as we could have gotten, but it's still fairly... 54,000 is not a bad score. That's not a bad score. Where does that put us? Where does that put us? If someone was able to more reliably get out the Shadow Sieges and wasn't relying on Consumer of Crowns, or sorry, yeah, Consumer of Crowns, took more coins than us, we could be beaten. But we're in second place. Okay, this one's not real. I can't imagine it's real. Yeah. You don't get turn 9 kills, turn 10 boss kills with this setup. So we are in all but position only the current top score on this custom challenge. Let's see who else has done it of our friends. Bane did it. He also did fantastic. I assume he took a very similar setup. Let's check it out. Yep, double Consumer of Crowns. He took the Shadow Siege. And he took Ember, which is interesting. Same Perils of Production. He took Cave-In. And he got a 6 turn. I think we also got the 6 turn. And he had similar coins. He probably didn't get the early Fell kill. No, he got the 8 turn Boss Rush on Fell. Daedalus. He didn't get the early Daedalus kill. That's really the only difference there, is the Daedalus kill. Otherwise, he'd be right up there with us. Oh, but he's right here. Yeah, so he's in 5th. I'm here up in 2nd. But he probably didn't retry like we did, so we can give him the benefit of the doubt that if he had retried like we did, he could have gotten the Daedalus kill, and then he would have either gotten the same or surpassed our score. So I think he had more coins in the end, so he would have beaten us out. So with our retries, we ended up in this spot. I think without the retries, we would have been lower, maybe 50,000, 51,000. We got the Seraph kill without having to retry. We did not get the Fell kill on the first try. We would not have gotten the Daedalus kill on the first try. And actually, Fell might have wrecked us because we were about to take a lot of damage. So interesting. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more of this kind of content, click that like button, subscribe, comment below, and check out my other videos. This has been Nate. You can also call me Nathan, but please never call me Nathaniel, and I will see you in the next video.